Hi, it's Sean with TriState Waterworks. When we come out and do spring startups, we sometimes find lots of problems with systems. Not always, but some of the things we find are that the rain sensor's battery, if you have a wireless rain sensor, the battery's gone dead. Typically, you can expect 1 to 2 years for the battery before it needs to be replaced in a rain sensor. Other things we find are sprinkler heads that have stopped working, especially the gear type that rotate back and forth. After a period of time, just depending on the age of the sprinkler head, they will stop rotating. So that's a good time to get those replaced. Then we'll find sprinkler heads that may not be retracting all the way, so they pop up, but they don't go back down. Problem with that is if they're in the lawn area, if they don't retract, when the lawn mowers come by, they chop the top of it off. So it's good to have them retracting all the way from the get-go so that you don't have to have us come back out later to fix that sprinkler head that was chopped off. If the system was winterized properly, typically you're not going to find any kind of freeze damages. Although I remember one year where we had sub-zero weather, and what had happened, it wasn't because of freeze damage, but the ground, I guess, contracted, and actually some what I would call weak or poorly glued joints pulled apart. So that's only seen that happen once in 20 or 30 years. So it doesn't happen very often, but as a possibility if the glue joint wasn't done properly to begin with. So for the most part, it's going to be finding those broken sprinkler heads, replacing the battery. If there are leaks in the system, sometimes those are hard to find when we first start up, because if it's a really small leak, we won't see it. We won't know there's a leak because it's underground. There won't be a wet spot, but you might notice a week or two later a wet area, where then we'll have to come back and repair those wet areas. So key plus of having us come out and doing a professional startup is, one, we just examine your complete system and we look for those issues so we can get it fixed, so you're throughout the season have a good confidence in your irrigation system.